Hello everyone, welcome. This is a really spontaneous video that I wasn't planning on filming, but I don't know. I thought I would just kind of share some things that are going on in my brain. It's like probably a huge overshare, so just keep that in mind. Basically, it is June 2021. I will be turning 33 this month in a couple of weeks. And what can I say about that? My 30s have so far been the best years of my life. So anyone who tells you that aging is scary, I would beg to differ and disagree entirely. I feel really excited to get older, and just every year seems to get a little bit more exciting, though there are more challenges as I get older. Anyways, I'm getting off topic and I'm evading my original topic of discussion. So for starters, I recently got health insurance at the beginning of this year, and the only reason this is important is because I've been using the past couple of months to like catch up on just routine appointments since I am now insured. So I got a physical, and then when I had a concussion, like thank God I had insurance for that, and I got like, you know, a couple of checkups for that, whatever. But I also made an appointment last week to get my annual women's exam with my gynecologist, which I think actually is now recommended that you do every 2 years. When I was growing up, I believe it was every year, but I think they've changed it. So it was just like a pap smear. I'm sure many of you have had them. Personally, I love going to the doctors, so any doctor, it doesn't bother me. Like even that type of exam, totally unbothered. And while I was there, my OBGYN decided to do like a little ultrasound to look at my ovaries. While he was doing that, he told me that I had a lot of eggs and that it would be really easy to get pregnant. I feel like I'm getting like a little emotional. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I feel like I cry in all of my videos now. For many years, I took hormonal birth control, like so many years of my life. Maybe in total like 15 or 16 years, I don't know, but a very long time. And for much of the time when I was taking hormonal birth control, I not only I was just feeling kind of like on and off weird in my body from, I guess, the hormones, and also this inherent sense that I would be unable to have a child if I wanted to. I don't know why, but I just felt like that for years and years and years. Maybe a lot of women feel this way and it's just based on fear, and maybe there are other reasons. But when I stopped taking birth control for the second time, which was around probably 7 months ago, I stopped feeling that like intuitive feeling that something was wrong with my body. So then to go to this doctor's appointment and find out that everything is most likely working properly in my body is just, it's very surreal feeling. And it feels very powerful. I don't know what other word to use. Like I walked out of the office feeling like a new perspective on life. I can't explain it. And having children is not everything in the world, you know, it's not the right decision for everyone. I totally respect anyone's decision in their own life. Personally, like I've always thought that I would eventually have children, but I am like open to everything. I'm open to adoption. I'm open to a foster child or fostering to adopt. I'm open to an older child, all of those things. But now I kind of feel this like, I don't know what it is. Like I guess this probably happens to a lot of women, but I have just strongly been considering the possibility of having a kid, and it, one, freaks me the fuck out. Like I feel terrified to have these thoughts as someone who is like very independent and I don't know, someone who does a lot of things. I feel terrified at the prospect of getting pregnant, going through pregnancy. Like all of that scares me tremendously. I feel scared to, I don't know, pass on some sort of personality or negative genetic traits to my child that I have. Psychologically, mentally, I don't know, it all freaks me out. If I'm being very transparent and straightforward with you guys, the topic of children and also the topic of marriage, those have both been difficult subjects for Nick and I to talk about, because our views on both of them are not always, they're not the same. And I think that's one of the challenges in relationships, especially as you get older. You don't always share the same views on important topics. So, you know, of course, Nick and I have talked about those things over the years, and the conversations for me have often been just really hard for reasons that are too extensive to even talk about, and also probably too personal to talk about on camera. But recently, I feel like for the first time in our relationship, Nick and I have kind of met in the middle somewhere on our opinions of what like the future looks like for both of us. And for the first time, I think I feel positive about it. You know, Nick and I have significantly different backgrounds with our families, with growing up, with our perspective on marriage, relationships, children, everything like that. So I don't think it's abnormal to have viewpoints that are significantly different, and a lot of it makes sense to me. A lot of things that I've read, especially online, on the subject of having discussions about these topics, I just don't agree with. And maybe in another video I can talk more about that, but I think sometimes it is okay to have very different viewpoints. And sometimes I think maybe it's not, but I think it really just comes down to your individual relationship. So I guess why I'm making this video, well, these things that I'm talking about, they have just been on my mind tremendously. Like I'm currently in the process of editing an ASMR video for you guys that I'm excited about, and I know it always takes me a million years to edit them, but I am trying to get some content out for you guys that is relaxing, but also my brain is just in full overdrive in a good way, like really contemplating things positively, and also just thinking about possibilities for the future in a way that I've really never thought about them before. Going back to children really quickly, I just want to say that I am the type of person who, no matter how much I contemplate having kids and starting a family, I will never be fully prepared or fully ready in my mind until it actually happens. And there is a deep fear inside of me that I could have a child and then deeply regret it. It's something that I think about often, and I don't know if that's a common fear and if it simply stems from fear or really the fact that, you know, there could be regret. I think maybe a combination of both. Maybe there are women, I know there are women because I'm friends with some of them who, you know, kids in marriage are something that they want from a very young age, and it's kind of like something that they've been prepared for their whole life. That is not me, and that will never be me ever, unfortunately. Maybe you guys can give me some input as women, how you kind of segued into that, or like what your thoughts were like before that, because I feel just a duality of extremes, to say the least. But deep down, I think this is something that I really want. Anyways, I just thought I would jump on here and share some of my more personal thoughts with you guys for a change. A lot of weird things have happened in my life lately, a couple of them being very negative, or things that felt very negative in the moment. You know, I made a post on the community forum a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I don't know, talking about how some things in life just do not work out, and in the moment it feels really bad when they don't, but eventually things start to fall into place in a different, maybe unexpected way. And in the long run, a lot of times they work out better. And when you look back on those like bad moments, you realize that they were necessary for your own growth or to get to the place where you now are in your life. And that just has always happened to me. So with some of the things that have happened in my life lately off camera that have felt really bad, I have tried to take kind of a different route in handling them, and I have just tried to continually tell myself that things will work out no matter what, and I do believe that. I don't know if I believe that everything happens for a reason. Like, I believe that things happen for reasons. Like, there are actual logical reasons why things happen. However, I don't think things happen in a way that's been predetermined, such as we have some sort of a fate or destiny. I think that we are in control of many things in our life, and then a lot of things in our life, a fuckload of things in our life, we just have no control over, and we just kind of have to deal with them as they come up and let them pass. Even hard things, and hope that there are better things around the corner, and usually there are. I don't know, maybe someone needs that additional little reassurance, but I have really found that to be the case in my life lately. Anytime I post that I'm going through a difficult time, people always assume that Nick and I are breaking up, but we are not breaking up. We are very much together, and I feel we are in a very good, positive, and supportive place right now in our relationship. I actually feel like our relationship has changed significantly over the past maybe 6 months. I think because we've just had to face a lot more things together during the pandemic. Just things have come up, and we've also been home a lot more, so more time to argue with each other and also find solutions to problems. Okay, I think I've talked long enough. I would love to hear any type of advice that you have in the comment section below on life in general. You can share whatever you'd like, anything that you've learned in life that has been very valuable, anything that you've learned about kids or families, or I don't know, choosing a path. Thank you guys for listening to my weird rant. I will see you very soon in my next video, and I will talk to you then.